So, Danny, a huge 2-1 win at home to Malvern Town. How do you summarise the boys' performance today?
Performance-wise, probably not at our best, but you've got to find different ways to win. I said to the players at half-time, it's okay to be one down. That's going to happen at times. It's just about how you react to that. And I thought the reaction in the second half was superb. Like I said, maybe not the most pleasing on the eye in terms of the performance, but it was two good teams going at it end to end, having a right battle, and fortunate for us, we came out on the right side.
Yeah, and Malvern started the game, pressure on the front foot, high pressing the Frome defence. They showed their intentions early. Was that something that came up with you and your staff ahead of time, or was that something you had to react to during the game, and how did you do so?
Yeah, absolutely something we had to react to. We wanted to start like that. That was exactly our message: play on the front foot, play forward, press, be aggressive. They flipped us round. We had to defend that slope, and it is a bit deceptive actually. It's quite hard to get out of there. But I think if I was in their camp, I would have done exactly the same thing. We just played on a Wednesday night on a really heavy pitch. The lads have had 2 days to recover, and we've had to go again. So I would be doing the same things. So credit to them.
And they scored the early goal. Could have thrown a spanner into the works. How did your approach change after that?
To be honest, it was just trying to get through that period again at half time. I think Carl's had to make a couple of saves. They probably missed another chance, and that's why we've got such a top class keeper like Kyle to keep us in the games in those moments, knowing that we've got opportunities to score. And we knew Malvern are a very, very good side. They score a lot of goals, but they also do concede. I don't think they've kept a clean sheet in the last 10 games or 11 games or something like that. So we were making the boys aware of that we just need to stay in the game as long as possible, and we're more than likely to get an opportunity today. And we did. We got a couple.
Carl Phillips, you just mentioned, man of the match today in goal, made some excellent saves to keep the score the way it was. How did you feel that he kept you guys in the game, and how important was his performance?
Yeah, always in these top of the table clashes, they're always it comes down to moments. There's not a lot between the sides, and it does come down to a couple of moments. Can you take yours? Can they take theirs? And Carl come up with a couple of big saves in the first half. He's been really good in all season, but he's been really good in this run. He might not have had loads to do, loads of saves, but he's been cool, calm, collected, a real experienced keeper behind that back line, and he's been good, and he deserved to get man of the match today.
And you brought Zach Drew on for Sam Hill at half-time. It's the first time in a while I've seen you make subs at half-time. Can you just talk us through your thought process in doing so?
Yeah, it was a really tough decision coming into today's game in terms of what changes we wanted to make, who was tired, where do we need to freshen up. Drew has had his hamstring injuries over the course of the season, playing a lot of minutes in this last run. This was our fourth game in 14 days, I think it was, and Drew's played a lot of minutes in the previous 3, so it's trying to protect him a little bit and also trying to nullify some of their strengths. Sam Hill himself is coming back from injuries, and he looked tired to me, looked a little bit leggy trying to get up and down, and it was just about trying to bring fresh legs on, and we thought Drew could hurt them on that side with his legs and energy, and giving us a big 45, and he done that.
Yeah, and obviously on the topic of Zach Drew, the penalty was given, I think, for a handball. Drew the one to step up and take it and level the game. Was that, do you think, the catalyst for the rest of the second half performance?
Yeah, of course it was. I think that swung the game a little bit in our favour. You could see it gave the boys a massive lift, and when you've got a point, wouldn't have been a bad result today, given our performances and the points tally that we've picked up recently. A point would have been a great point, but I think they felt the momentum, and it was a moment that they could go and push on. But Malvern had their opportunities in that. It became a little bit of a basketball match. We're trying to settle the lads down, and then get a set piece at the end, and the rest is history, as they say. Yeah,
and you mentioned the skipper Sam Till scoring that last-minute winner. Bedlam here at Badgers Hill must be a euphoric feeling for you and the boys.
Yeah, unbelievable feeling when you score. When you score with that little time left on the clock is a great feeling, because that was a real tough game today, and they can feel really aggrieved. I think they did deserve something out of the game, but they're a good side. But we showed something else today within us. Again, resilience, character, grinding that result when you're not playing well, and we pride ourselves on set plays, and the skipper, great delivery from Albie as per normal, and then the skipper rises high and thumps his header in, and it is, like you say, is absolute scenes at the end. And then we got to hold on. They've had an opportunity at the end, a great volley from the lad has hit the post, and I turned around to the bench and said, need a bit of luck at times, but we've bloody earned our luck over with the amount of effort and hard work everyone's put in.
Yeah, and 15 games undefeated in a row. I think it is 13 of those being wins. Next up, we've got Bristol Manor Farm. How do you envision that one going, and how do you aim to maintain this unbelievable undefeated run?
Just got to keep doing what we're doing in terms of the work that we do in the week leading up to the games, the way the boys prepare. We've just got to keep doing what we're doing and treat every game exactly the same. That'd be really tough down at Manor Farm. They've brought in some experienced players to add to the talented youth that they've got. Be a difficult pitch down there, be a bit of a hostile environment. And we can't think we've cracked anything because you never have in football. You've got to move on to the next one. So yeah, training twice this week, prepare for another battle.
Well, Danny, thanks for your time and congratulations.
Cheers, thank you.
So Warren Maidment here after an unbelievable 2-1 win at home to Malvern. How would you summarise your team's performance from your point of view?
Well, first half I think we struggled a little bit. I think everyone could see that, but I mean, coming up that slope, it's not ideal, but I think they came in with a game plan and carried it out pretty well first half. I think we struggled, everyone could see that, but got in at half time, I think we needed it, and we come out second half and I think we blew them away pretty much second half and got our rewards at the end. Yeah, they scored early on that could have thrown a spanner into the works for you and your boys. How did you try and overcome that and maintain that level of resilience that we've seen so often? I think when you go a goal down, it's about trying to settle down after and doing things right, not trying to overplay and then end up 2-0 down. It's almost like a big reset, and we try and sort of calm ourselves down a bit, and you could easily end up 2-0 down, especially against a side like Malvern who are chasing the league as well. They're a pretty good side, but yeah, we try and calm ourselves down and try and get on the ball and try and do things right and hopefully get an equaliser and come in the second half and then the winner at the end. So
yeah, and what was manager Danny's message to you in the half-time dressing room, and how did your outlook on the game change as you came out for that second half?
At half time he didn't really, to be fair, I was expecting to come in at half time and get an absolute grilling. I wasn't the best first half. I mean, normally my standards pretty high and I didn't think I'd done too well first half, but the message was get on the ball, be brave, win the battles, because in the first half they won the fight, and that hasn't happened many times this season where we've got out battled and they won the fight. So he said, first of all, win the fight and then the quality will come after, and the quality came, and luckily for us, big man Teely coming at the end and got his goal, deserved.
Yeah. Well, we'll get on to Teely's goal in a second, but first, Zach Drew with the penalty. How did you and your boys kind of get that and use that momentum to your advantage?
I think it was coming. I think it was coming straight from half time. I think you could see straight away the directness and everyone seemed to be wanting to go. The throw-ins were really quick, the corners were quick. Everyone wanted to get the goal and get the game going. So Drewy coming on, he's a hell of a substitute to bring off the bench. He's unlucky not to start, but he's been class. Even when he's come off the bench, he's been unreal, and obviously he's done well to win the penalty and then tucked it away nice. Even though the stutter, I don't like the stutter on a penalty, and he missed one of the playoff final, and I never ever let him forget that. And that stupid stutter, I hate it, but he scored, so I can't hate him too much for it. Yeah, and then ultimately Sam Teal, the captain, the skipper, with the winner. Absolute scenes here at Badgers Hill. Must have been exactly the same for you on the pitch. How did that feel for you? And you must have felt a sense of relief as well. Yeah, I think judging on the second half performance, I think it was deserved. I think, especially for him, he is that player that he's a skipper, he's a leader, he's the player that will grab his man next to him, me, and grab Harry and say, come on, like, we're going to win the game. And I think he was close to being brought off in the second half, especially after he got booked, but I'm pretty sure he had a heated discussion with the bench and decided that he was going to stay on. And it paid off in the end. He got the winner, and like you say, deserved it. He's absolute scenes. I love a last minute winner, especially with him. He deserved it, and I thought he was going to take Albi's head off at the end when he was running at him. I think Albi looked a bit scared. So yeah, scenes. Can't beat a last minute winner.
Yeah, well, Warren, great result, and thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.